Hello, hello, friends. Thank you so much for jumping on this. Well, it's very rainy here. Sunday afternoon call. This is going to be a fun one because we're kind of doing a 2-for-1. If you're able to show your face, show your face. Hi, Juliet. I'm like, I know other people are there. That's okay. Sometimes it's not appropriate for me to turn my camera on, but makes me feel like, hi, Desiree, like we're talking to friends and not just to the screen.
I can remember when you made this recording because it's the day before your birthday. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Can't think of a better way to spend the last day of being 35 than talking about my favorite thing. Can you all see the slides here? We might not, wait, you went away. Yes, you can see them. We might not end up using these, just depending on what it's like, because Desiree and I are going to share our screens. It does say it's paused. Let's see. But we'll put it up for now. All right. So we're just going to jump into it because one of the ladies on this call is coming to my house for dinner. Hi, Erin. So I'm like, all right, we got to stay on track, got to stay on time. That way I can go make dinner after this. So hi, thank you so much for coming to this wellness call. My name's Haley. If you don't know me, try to do these wellness calls once or twice a month, sometimes covering different products, different product lines. Sometimes I cover a need that I'm hearing a lot of. We talk a lot of hormone health. And then, of course, if you know me and you know my other part of my life as a birth educator, doula, a lot of calls center around hormone health and littles and pregnancy. But we cover all the things. But tonight's going to be fun because it is different in that it's kind of a 2-part call. So the first part of this, I want to talk to you about a truly clean home. Second part of this, if you stick around, and I hope you do, we're going to be talking about a truly simple business and just sharing straight facts with you from my experience doing this business for 12 years. The bummer with Zoom is that I have the option of giving people a passcode, which I just find problematic if people can't find it or it doesn't work, or I have to admit people in the waiting room. So every now and then I'm gonna have to pause and let somebody in as they come in. So just keep that in mind. But so really what I want tonight to be about is my favorite products, at least for this first half, my favorite products for keeping life simple. Hang on, trying to fix Zoom here. I'm voting for the simple easy button. I have 4 small children, and the easy button is absolutely required in my life. So anything that can make life as simple as it can, I'm all for that. I do not want to stand in stores over shelves, letting people in, reading ingredient labels for 25 minutes to figure out if a product is safe for my family or not. I prefer things to show up on my doorstep. That is my preferred method of shopping, especially if it's in a pretty box, especially if I can just open it and put it away in the cabinet. That feels like plenty enough effort. And so I want to give you the easy button tonight. If you come to any of my calls, you probably have heard me talking about being the gatekeeper of our home. And this is a big responsibility. Just the thought of being the person who keeps the gates is an important task. And there are a lot of things we can't control. And we shouldn't stress about those things because stress is actually really damaging for our health. But it's important for us to know and realize that we spend hours and hours inside of our home. For us, we work from home, we homeschool, we are not only in our home all day, oftentimes, but also we're sleeping in our home. So it's important that we can just take charge of those 4 walls, right? The environment of our home. It will make a massive difference in our lives and our health and our quality of life. And we do get the gift and the honor of deciding what comes into that space. So I want to show you tonight just some things that we've found that makes that task of being the gatekeeper not overwhelming. And I want that for you. I want, like, at the end of this class to lead you to that space where you can think, I can do this. All these other people are doing this too. It doesn't have to be that overwhelming. So The unfortunate part is that creating a truly clean home is not as easy and as going and finding something that has a green label, right? You guys have probably heard of greenwashing, but there's words out there that marketing has thrown out, like natural, or they'll put little like a green leaf on it, something that makes you feel like this product is safe for your family. But the problem is, we as a society have figured out what people are wanting and into, and marketing catches on to that. So they've figured out that they can mark up a price of something 20%, 30% by just putting a certain color on a label, making a label look neutral and clean so that you think it's cleaner, or that, it's chemical ridden. And maybe it does say some catchy things on it. Greenwashing is good at this. They say fragrance free even, but it can have all other types of ingredients in it. I was going to put together a whole bunch of stats, but you guys can go to the EPA website, the Environmental Protection Agency, and see what chemicals in our home, our cleaning products, the things we're putting on our skin, are doing for our health. The small things like respiratory issues and allergies, to the big things like reproductive issues and cancer. So decades ago, they started realizing these things about ingredients, and they're playing catch up now, but a lot of our toxic ingredients that are still in products are grandfathered in like decades later, super toxic. So we're still in the process of this, but this is why you see recalls a lot on products. As we discover more ingredients, then a product later down the road will get recalled. So I want to help educate you tonight on just a little bit, just some of the things you want to watch for. Like, you definitely don't want products that have bleach or parabens or formaldehyde. All of these things are things we don't want in our system, and we definitely don't want our babies and our kids exposed to them. But unfortunately, we have associated a lot of these toxic products with being clean, right? How many of you grew up in a home with bleach and that was the cleanest thing that you could have, right? I have a friend on tonight. She is new to Young Living. We met in, I want to say October, sometime in Sandpoint. And it was like friendship at first sight. Like, we were in a Bible study together, but like missed each other at the Bible study, ended up at this dinner where we were like, hey, I never saw you at the Bible study, but we should be friends. So this is my friend Desiree. Desiree, you want to just introduce yourself real quick?
Yeah, can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Unmuted. Okay, great. I am Desiree. Nice to meet you all. I am from Sandpoint, Idaho. I am happy to be here, Haley. Thank you. I started my wellness journey really during my first pregnancy. So that was back in 2020. I did not grow up in a very holistic household. So I would say the first word that comes to my mind is very overwhelming. There was a lot to learn. And so, because of that, I knew that making switches wasn't going to be immediate. I mean, it's 2025, I'm 5 years in. I still haven't made all the switches I want to. The one thing that I do feel like I made sure I did was under the sink. Why? Because I was gonna have a baby. And the first thing they do is when they start crawling around is they go under the sink. And now I'm at baby number two. And the first thing she's done since she started crawling is going under my sink. So I feel super proud, just to like kind of start there for myself and my home. And like Haley was saying, we are the gatekeepers. We are trying to keep our family as healthy as possible. And so that's kind of like where I started. And I think that's a really beautiful thing that this community and Young Living brings, is you have so many resources here. YL's website alone gives you so many resources. Getting yourself into the right team, shout out to Haley and Jeremy. It really does bring that comfort, because there is a lot to learn there, and the whole thing is baby steps. And so I tried so many low tox products. I should have started a blog at this point. I tried so many. I went through so many, and I kind of found myself stumbling across thieves. And when I did, I mean, this is gonna sound super cheesy, but like I'm like a thieves lifer at this point. I really am. I needed that, like she said, I needed the easy button, and it covers everything. And I'm a little addicted to the DIY. And so the amount of bottles I've bought for myself is also ridiculous, but it's like the funnest thing to do at home. And so I'm going to show you guys just really quick, like what under my sink looks like. And you're probably going to see more bottles than actual product, but that's just because it really, and I'm sure Haley can guide you guys to some DIYs as well. But there's so much that you can make with this product, the household cleaner alone. And so this is my kitchen. And like I said, the first thing I really like took pride in was under the sink. And that's just because I have littles. And if you go through the back of the labels of these products, it really makes you feel safe. And not only is it just something that we're all looking for, it's like we really want to find a brand that we can trust. And if we are going to the stores and seeing all this greenwashing going around, and trust me, there's a lot of it, we don't know what we're buying. So that's kind of like the biggest thing for me is getting my stuff all in one place, a place that I can trust with things that I like. And it smells incredible, like literally incredible. So I'll hand it back to Haley because I know she's going to kind of go over a little bit more in detail of what these toxins really do look like underneath our sink and what we need to watch out for.
Perfect. Thank you, Desiree. I love like the simplicity of what she just showed under her sink, just these like pretty white bottles that everything you know is, we're going to go through each, not every single thing under her sink, but the most of them, that they're safe. So yeah, what is typically under the kitchen sink? I'm going to talk about the F word, not the F word that you're thinking. The word is fragrance. This is a loosely defined term when it comes to personal care products and household products, because it can cover a multitude of things that we don't want in our home. Synthetic fragrance and perfumes are literally in just about everything, even odd things you wouldn't even be aware of. The kicker with this is that companies are not required to disclose every ingredient, and they do this because they want to protect their label. They don't want someone to copy their formula, right? But fragrance doesn't 100% guarantee that it's bad. It's just maybe that it maybe is a company wanting to protect their label for the competitive edge. But the other problem is that fragrance can cover a multitude of other ingredients. And so that is why we need to trust the company we're buying from. At the end of the day, you really want to know to a certain extent how a company thinks, what they value, and just know that you are trusting a company that you buy from. So because everything they tell you is their marketing, right? That's their way of sharing things. They get to decide how they present it to you. I was talking with Jeremy the other day, we were in Costco, about eggs, and like you could literally pick up an egg carton and see like grass and a fence on it, and then all of a sudden your mind makes this assumption that these chickens and these eggs are good and that they're healthy because they put those pictures on them, right? But it can be completely misleading. And so we base our trust based off of that. And we really need to know a little bit more about these companies, especially the things that are inside of our home that we're using every single day. So if we truly want to understand, we need to know the company. Formaldehyde is actually a good example because that's a naturally occurring substance. It can be listed as natural under a product, and you do not want that rubbed on your skin. Trust me, that is so detrimental to your health. So it's important to note that Young Living has made a commitment to one type of scent, and that is essential oils, one type of fragrance, and that is essential oils. If a product has a smell, that's coming from the essential oils. Or like if Young Living has a product that, yeah, you open it, or even our supplements smell good, that's from either the essential oil, the fruit, the plant, or the whole food. You never have to ask yourself with Young Living what fragrance on the ingredient label actually means. You know what it is. So we know what we know about essential oils. This isn't an essential oil class, but they not only smell good, they're very, very good for your environment. They're calming. They're actually working on a cellular level in the limbic system of your brain, which helps you process your emotions and also the stress of the day. And I know like that sounds like a win. Have you ever like not cleaned and processed emotions? For me, that's such like a downtime of the day. Well, sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's a very hurried time of the day. But the fact that I could be managing my stress and emotions while cleaning is kind of amazing. It's kind of phenomenal. So if you're cleaning with thieves oil, which we'll talk about, you're getting all the benefits of that for your respiratory system, for your immune system, and you're cleaning the different surfaces of your home. So it's just a win all the way around. I wanted to show you guys. Oh, I did not grab it. I just grabbed my products. Oh goodness, under my sink right here. I would have loved to show you under my sink, but the chaos of down there right now, it's just a little bit too loud. But I don't know, Desiree, if you have your dish soap handy, but if you read on the label, it literally says, if swallowed, drink plenty of water to dilute. Can you believe that? Do you know what other dish soaps will say? They say you need to call poison control. The first time I ever heard about Thieves Household Cleaner, I found myself at a meeting and they said you can wash your counters. No, they said you can wash your toilets with this or your produce. And I was just like, what? What kind of a cleaner is this? This is harnessing the power of plants. Do you see it, Desiree?
Yeah, it's right in the back. It's under the caution, which is like the funniest part too. But yeah, it says keep out of reach of children for external use only, but if in your eyes, thoroughly wash with water. If swallowed, drink plenty of water to dilute. So basically, it's saying, hey, it's okay for everyone.
I love it. I'm trying to share my screen again, but it doesn't.
It's loading.
Oh, perfect. Okay. So let me tell you about Thieves because this Thieves line of cleaners are one of our most favorite, most popular blends of oils is in it, and it's called Thieves Oil. Can you guys see that? Not yet.
No, it's still loading.
Okay, let's see. Oh, click exit. I actually don't even know if I need these slides because they say nothing on them. They're just pictures. So I might just, if it gives me problems, I'll just get rid of it. But okay, so Thieves Oil, like I said, it's one of our most popular blends. It's formulated off of research that the British Museum Library recorded about a group of 14th century perfumers and spice traders who rubbed themselves in a certain blend of oils while they were robbing the dead and dying during the plagues. They would go in and they would be in these contaminated places, and they figured out even before research was done that they could stay safe if they rubbed themselves with this blend. So that is hanging in that museum, and that's where the research for Thieves was done from, which is pretty cool. Let's see if I can try one last time. Stop saying that. I think we got it. Now, guys, now can you see this?
Yep, it's on.
Okay. Really not even important unless you just want to see what a bottle of Thieves looks like. There is a third party, like this is not a Young Living website. This is like government funded, peer reviewed, published studies. It's pubmed.gov, where you can find lots and lots of studies on the individual oils that are in this blend. So that's like rosemary, clove, cinnamon, lemon, eucalyptus, and these are well documented to show effectiveness against all the things that we want, all the things we're working on, right? Like cleaning our homes, washing our hands, working on surfaces. So, but the big and the ugliest stuff that keeps growing, even when it's hit with strong drugs and chemicals, run scared from what we have. And so that's amazing. These are very powerful, potent plants. And also just fun fact about the way oils work, they're very intelligent. If you are like a why person, you want to know the science behind oils, I'm your girl. I've got on my YouTube channel, Chemistry of Oils, part 1, part 2, but they're intelligent. And I go into that because it's important to know that germs modify over time. They can become resistant to cleaners. And so if we're using plants that are harvested every single season, they're changing with the environment. Oils can actually stay effective as things around us change. So that to me is just another really cool, God created plants for our goodness. He knows what we need. He gives us what we need. Okay, so Thieves Household Cleaner, this is the new bottle that it comes with. It comes as a concentrate. And it's really truly the most perfect versatile go-to for everything that you need in your house. So think about all the surfaces, countertops, floors, kid toys, even your dogs. You can get it on your skin. You can wash your fruits and veggies with it. I have no issues using it for anything. And that's important too. We put food on our countertops, right? So if we're cleaning our surfaces with bleach, that's now being exposed to us through our food. And that's so damaging on our bodies and on our health. So without using any synthetic ingredients, we take the power of plants. This is where this comes from, which were designed to be able to fight and ward off the things we don't want. And we harness that and put it into a bottle of Thieves. So super concentrated. You can just take a capful of this or 2 and put it in a spray bottle of about 16 ounces of water. And it can make up over 20. I think it says 28 bottles of spray bottles that this can make. So if you calculate that, you're paying in the range of like $2 and some change per bottle. You cannot buy that type of cleaner in the store. Desiree, were you gonna want to show how you easily can make a bottle real quick?
Yeah, I thought that'd be kind of fun to do actually. So I'm going to show you going back down here. I usually, like I said, I have a bunch of bottles handy for me to do this. I think Haley has the updated version of this. This is the older one though. I know they kind of did an update on that.
I think yours
Um,
came in your bundle, right? Like your kit.
it did, yeah. I came in like a kit, which you guys should definitely check out if you want to try a little bit of everything. And so I like to actually start with water first. It kind of just helps. And so I always kind of go and fill up my 16-ounce water bottle. And just while I'm doing this, I'll add there hasn't been a single person that I've sold the household cleaner to who hasn't got back to me and said, that smell is amazing. Because if you're really in the low tox world, you kind of notice a lot of them either don't have any fragrances at all or they slap a fragrance in the back of the ingredients. So you can do the math on that one. And so to kind of use this and know that you're getting the YL essential oils is like one of my favorite things about this. So all I did was fill up 1 capful. Some people like to add in their own essential oils in there, but if you smell this and if you can smell this to the camera, then you kind of know you really don't need. Um, all I do is fill it up, mix it up a little bit, and I'm ready to go. And my favorite part is I have right now a 3-year-old, and so I can give them this bottle feeling super safe and say, hey, come help me clean. And he will do his best to help. Not to say that it's there, but that is really the easiest thing to do. And it's really multi-purpose. And I'm going to say this again, because again, I love the DIY world. There's so many things that you can make with that capful. I know she said you can make 20, like I think it was like 28 bottles, but if you're like me, you go through these DIYs and you're making something for your bathroom, you're making something, but it truly is an all purpose. If that's all you wanted to do, you can put that 1 capful in there and then kind of knock it out and you can clean your entire house, which is kind of what I end up doing most of the time because there's time. So it really is kind of cool how we can do that. It's like I said, using essential oils from YL, making such a small bottle go a long way, and the stuff lasts forever. I'm talking about forever. I'm even like, when are we buying the next thing? Because I just want to keep buying. But it really does last forever. And that goes for everything. Like I said, the bundle is really cool because you're getting the hand soaps, you're getting the laundry detergent, you're getting the dish soap, and you really have these recipes because they're all highly concentrated solutions that you can make more than just one bottle and make it last a little bit longer. So that's kind of like one of my favorite things about the product itself.
I love that. And I love that, like, I don't have a separate cleaner for my windows or a separate cleaner for my wood. Like, I just use the one cleaner for all of the things. So it really simplifies it. Also on your bottle, Desiree, like that one fits a spray top. So if you don't have a bunch of glass bottles, you can literally just put a top on, like not on the concentrate, but like you could reuse that and fill it with water and just make it a spray bottle. Awesome. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is something called our Thieves Kitchen and Bath Scrub, y'all. It is amazing. I don't think this one came in your kit, Desiree. So you should add this to your next one. Did it come with your kit?
Did come in my kit.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah,
Well, I
and,
love
and
this one.
yes, and I love that stuff. And another one that, again, anybody who's bought from me so far, there's always they come back with this one saying like this is probably the best thing in there because it really is.
So I used to make my own because this is for your sinks, this is for your bathtub, your shower, this is for your stove top. I used to make my own kind of scrub and I would put lemon oil and baking soda. This works better. It just works so good. You can even sprinkle it in toilets. But y'all, this is chlorine free. It's gentle, but it gets everything out. It's really, really effective. So the next one I want to talk about is the laundry soap. I don't have that next to me. I don't know if you do, but it looks like a small bottle. It's also a concentrate. If you have like one of the high efficiency machines, it's for 64 loads. But y'all, the chemical load in laundry detergents is literally the worst. I was texting one of my very best friends earlier. I went to her house recently and I was like, hi, love me. I love you. You got to get rid of your toxic laundry soap cleaner. It's one of those things that we are predispositioned to think that we are cleaning our clothes because they look and smell and shine a certain way. But this is one of the most important swaps you could make. Like if you're feeling overwhelmed, like what should I do first? Obviously the Thieves household cleaner, but your laundry soap, because your clothes are on you 24/7. So that means you're exposed at all times, right? They're always off gassing. Have y'all ever been like to someone's house and you can smell the toxic laundry coming out of their house? Like it's real. And two of the most toxic things in our laundry rooms are dryer sheets and fabric softeners. They're some of the worst. So you can easily do laundry with clean products. Young Living makes it really easy for us. I think something a lot of people don't realize is that there are these things called optical brighteners in laundry soap. And this is basically coating your laundry to make it look cleaner in the way that it reflects light back to you. I'm not kidding. So they're literally giving you the illusion that your clothes are cleaner than they are. Anyone like strip laundry ever? If you do this, you're going to notice that your clothes are actually full of dirt and full of funk that you never noticed. Fragrances also do this. They also mask what's still there, right? Because people associate a clean smell with something that's clean, or optical brightness for what's clean, even though that's not the case. So the design is that these chemicals absorb into the fabric to hide those things, and then they're sitting on your body. So this is obviously not a good situation, right? These things make a dramatic difference on our respiratory health and on our skin. This is the reason why I messaged my friend this morning, because her baby's had snot and cough for months. And I'm like, listen, this might be the culprit you're not thinking of. You're doing all the things, but the things that he's wearing, babies are sensitive. They will tell us if a product is clean or not, trust me. So Thieves laundry soap is safe, it's effective, it's economical, it's eco-friendly, it's great for the efficiency machines. It's full, if you look on the back of this bottle, it says it's full of 100% pure ingredients, meaning it has no fragrance, that is just essential oils, no LSL, which is making it sud, no formaldehyde, no parabens, no phthalates, no petroleum, no triclosan, no dyes, no GMOs. So it's literally just Thieves, jade lemon, and bergamot, which if you don't know about bergamot essential oil, it's like one of our hormone balancing, happy mood boostings, and that's in your laundry soap. Okay. That's all in there for you. One of my favorite things is the laundry soap. And actually she said, I've been doing Young Living 12 years. So a lot of people that like her who used Thieves a long time ago, maybe got something else with fragrance, or like, I just want something that smells stronger. I add oils to almost every single batch of laundry. You don't have to, but I love putting a few drops of lemon or a few drops of lavender or Thieves. So you can also add Young Living essential oils if you really are used to that stronger smelling fragrance, except it's essential oils that are going to benefit you. Dish soap. Okay, so did you guys know that the bubbles in your sink are coming from a really toxic ingredient? I know we also are programmed to associate those bubbles with like, oh, this is making my dishes cleaner. These are, scrubbing and degreasing, but it's actually a trick called pharmaceutical elegance. It's a real thing. This is a visual cue to our brain that basically makes us think that we're getting a really clean sink of dishes, and it makes us happy, but our dishes aren't necessarily clean. So instead of paying for and adding the potential hazardous pharmaceutical elegance to our products, Young Living just adds oils, and they do an amazing job, and they smell good, and they do all the things. So we have Thieves dish soap. Again, it's plant-based. It has all the wonderful cleaning ingredients that are safe for you and free of all the yucky stuff. I have right here, I wanted to show you guys our produce cleaner that you could use the Thieves household cleaner, but I really like this. This is called the Thieves fruit and veggie soak. And again, the recipe just calls for a capful, which is itty bitty. So when I tell you I've had this thing for like a year and it still is half full, but we wash every single batch of produce that comes in our home, even if it's organic, right? Not just because of insecticides and things that are sprayed on non-organic foods, but also just the amount of hands that have handled the produce. It's actually disgusting. They're just dirty, right? So a capful of this in a bowl of water literally pulls the yuck out. Like I've done a batch of strawberries before, and the water when I strain it is like brown. It's crazy. I just quit showing my slides, whatever. You might want to research antibacterial things. There's ingredients and things that are in there, like triclosan, for instance, that is really causing horrible problems. Basically, these germs, they build up resistance to antibacterial things. And so your skin is a major protection on your body, and it still needs good bacteria to thrive. Good bacteria is very protective. Okay. So not all bacteria is bad. But an antibacterial wipe will wipe it all away. So even on things that your skin needs, this is why if you get on an antibiotic, why a lot of times for women, it leads to like a yeast infection, or because your body actually needed that good bacteria. So we don't want to nuke our skin. We just want to clean our skin. So foaming hand soap is something that I love that Young Living makes. This is the refill bottle, so it's huge. But it also comes in other scents. We've got luscious lemon. Sometimes we have some different seasonal ones. It also has some great ingredients in this foaming hand soap that keeps your skin from getting chapped. It's got vitamin E oil, but it still keeps you safe with the germ fighting power. Young Living does make a waterless hand purifier, which is like the alcohol, like the stronger version that you're used to. And that one I just keep in my purse or on my diaper bag or in my car. But again, you can add lemon. This kit I'm going to show you a picture of also comes with lemon oil. This, I don't think actually, Desiree, this was the kit that you got. I think you got correct me if I'm wrong, the regular Thieves cleaning kit. But there is a kit that to me is the best.
Can't
Here we
see.
go. Now look at our slides. Oh, okay. Resume. Hang on. Now can you see? This is called the Thieves Home Loyalty Bundle. It's an amazing price. You add it all at once. When you go to check out with this, it's going to set you up on loyalty rewards. This is where you grab products each month for any other part of your home. There's so many products. Obviously, tonight I'm only talking about a few of them. But yes, when you check out and you click loyalty rewards, you'll have access to this bundle, the Thieves Home Loyalty Bundle. If you stay on loyalty rewards for 2 months, Young Living sends you a free diffuser. And I didn't even talk about diffusing tonight, but that's another way that we clean the airways of our home. We eliminate a lot of dust and buildup and things that cause respiratory issues, not to mention the emotional mood effects that it's going to have on you. So important thing for you guys is whoever invited you to this class, you need to get your link from them to purchase from. Don't just go to the website and buy. Make sure you get their link, because whoever you buy from is who you're connected to. I'm going to talk about the business next, but that is really important because that means that this person is your in for education and support. Very, very different from going to a store and just buying something and walking away with that product and never hearing from anybody, right? This is very different. This is where you buy and you have an actual human being who cares about you, who cares about your health and your wellness, cares about you getting the most use of your product. It's so much better. So make sure that you message them and let them know that you're ordering tonight, so that you can grab their link and then they can follow up with you and get you plugged in. So before I move on to like part 2 of this night, does anyone have a question about a product that I mentioned or anything? Or Desiree, did you have a final thought before I jump in?
No, but I'll also add. So I actually got the starter kit. So it is a different bundle, both great bundles. But I might as well have got this one because I ended up buying all the stuff that are in there anyways. But I wanted to add to being in loyalty, you also like gain these points. And so I've already noticed just a few months in is that I'm getting these points that are just coming back into my account. And so it kind of feels like now that I'm in it, I'm kind of getting these things for free. And so it's a really cool thing I wanted to add in there is you're buying these things that you need for your home, you're gaining these points, and then it's just coming back to you to just buy more things for your home. So it really is a win-win in that aspect as well. So I really do think that there's a place to start. These bundles are the best thing because they have everything that you really want to start.
Yes, thank you for saying that. Because anytime you see a bundle, you right off the bat know it's money saving. It's a money saving bundle, way cheaper that way than buying individual products. But yes, literally 2 nights ago, I got onto Jeremy's account. He had like 300 points just from a few months of ordering. And I cashed in for laundry soap, a bunch. So I just got all of our cleaning products refilled for free. So glad you mentioned that. Okay, staying on time because Aaron's coming for dinner. Oh, Juliet, go ahead.
I just want to tell this one thing. This is a photograph I took after I had done my broccoli in the veggie wash, and it looks like it's par cooked. I mean, it looks like amazing. You know, all I did was cut it up and soak it, and then rinse it off and put it in the strainer. And I mean, I show people, I just can't even believe
It's,
how good it looks. You know.
it's fresh. Thank you for sharing that. That's amazing. Okay, rolling into part two. So this part I just want to share with you guys a little bit about what I do in this business and what the opportunity is for you, which can either help you get extra cash for buying these clean products, right? Or maybe more, maybe supplemental income. But just want to reiterate that saying yes to Young Living has been the best yes for our family. It's the simplest one-stop shop, back to the easy button, back to convenience, back to products we trust. It's everything we use, oils, supplements, everything is here all in one place. And then actually with Young Living, if you order 100 PB at once, you always get free shipping. And then as Desiree mentioned, we have a community of support, and we'll talk about that more in this next section too. So for those jumping into part two, hi, hello. I'm glad you're here for the second part. This is our business call. I'm excited about this because I'm sharing with you something that is truly massively important to me. I love this business. That's why I'm here sharing these products, because this has been so incredible for our family. And I just want to give you straight facts tonight. I want to give you facts just of being in this business for 12 years. This business is not new for me. I'm not sharing from the excitement of something I just joined 2 months ago. I'm sharing you from over a decade of this. So I do not take this lightly. This is my life. This is my commitment. I'm still passionate about this 12 years in. It's still a dream job for me. It's still what I love to do. And it's still something that Jeremy and I are thanking God for every single day. So first things first is, what is this business? So this type of business and company is network marketing. And this is an opportunity to share a valuable, tangible product that will benefit lives with an intangible opportunity to grow as a person, to build community, and to create legacy income for your family. So whatever you've heard network marketing is, that is what it is. If you see an opportunity that doesn't talk about a tangible product that they're selling, that's a red flag for you, because that's what I call a pyramid scheme. That's when someone's just sharing about an opportunity with no product. You want to run away from that. If you see somebody sharing about ground floor, we'll talk about that too. There's a lot of like gimmicks out there. So when you have a product though with an opportunity, when you have a product without an opportunity, you're missing out on some amazing benefits, because you do that all the time, right? You share all the time, probably things that you don't get benefit from, things you bought at Target or a restaurant that you love. You share these things, but you're not necessarily receiving anything back. So Young Living has both. And as you just heard, we have amazing products, but we also have a wonderful opportunity for you to help you be able to either buy these things that you need for your family or additional income, supplemental income. So number two fact I want to give you is that network marketing does not have a limited number of spots at the top. In the typical company environment, I think I have some slides here. You have a few high ups, right? You've got like the manager's positions, the CEO, people that are fighting for and working their way to get there. But in network marketing, there are unlimited number of people that can be in the top. So me being at the top of the company says nothing about whether you can be there too. There is plenty of room at the table. A healthy legacy company is not going to have limited time offer or get in on the ground floor opportunity. You're going to hear that probably a lot with other companies. That is not how a legacy company is going to operate. So when I started this 12 years ago, there were already people at the top who had been successful for decades. And now I've been in this business over a decade, and you could start this business tomorrow and be just as successful as I am. There is no time limit on this. The only time constraint that I want you to have is that you could start now or look back on, down the road 5 years from now, wishing you had started. That's really the only time constraint. So we're going to be here. I'll be doing this, and it's literally just completely up to you if and when you want to begin. Keep trying to change these dang slides, and it just doesn't want to do it. Okay, so network marketing is also just an unusual opportunity to earn income at any level. And this can be different. I love this business and I've done it a long time, and I earn an amazing income for my family based off of the hard work that I've done for years. But you can come in at the very beginning and earn something with this company. So right now, and going into April, we're actually doing a bunch of comp enhancements, but you can earn 25%. It's a fast start bonus. The first 3 months, anytime someone orders from you. So when a new customer orders from you, you earn 25% back on that, and there's no cap. And we've seen people order massive orders, and that's just talking about your first 3 months. So you have an opportunity to earn something from the very beginning, but then you also have an opportunity to grow it into whatever you want it to be down the road with literally the smallest overhead you can imagine. We'll talk about that in just a minute. Becoming a brand partner, like upgrading your account from customer to brand partner, is free. That it's free. You're good to go. So I don't know if you've seen network marketing things in the past where people have had to buy stock or buy in to get in on the business. There was a company that crashed and burned not too long ago where people literally were buying $4,000 and $5,000 of products to keep in stock. And it burns people. It burns people out. There's nothing like that with this business model. You literally order your own products, use your own products, and share. You're not buying for other people. So that's that type of business model, and that's who we are as a business. But who we are as a company is that we are over 30 years old. And the focus of the company is quality of products and people. Those are the two focuses. So I've been here long enough, you guys, to see a lot of decisions around this. I've seen products go out of stock because they didn't meet our company standards that I know other companies would have happily sold, but we didn't, and we took the hit because of that. I've seen that happen. I've seen the company make decisions over and over again about people, and most importantly, its mission. It's really cool to me that Young Living is a family-owned company, which means we don't answer to investors. This is very rare, very, very rare for a company our size. Basically, investors have a bottom line, and so they are going to make decisions based on getting to their bottom line, whatever that may be. But because we're family owned, we have the freedom to make decisions based off of our mission, which makes it really special. We also are a community that puts health first, and this is also really important. Let me just, whoops, stop. Health in all aspects. Physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, relational. So I don't want you coming in and building a business and burning yourself out and then being exhausted and unhealthy. That is not my goal for you. You're going to find us working to build you up as a person. And if that means that you need to take a break for a season or you're having a baby, we're going to cheer you on and we're going to love on you as you do this. And we want to make you better. So you guys, I continually am blown away that this business opportunity is basically me working on my health. Like, my investment in my health is my business here because I'm using my own products. I'm seeing results. So I'm sharing testimonies. And so just the nature of the business is that I'm building stories that I can share as I'm working on my health. I know that there's a lot of opportunities out there where the requirement is to burn yourself out and to harm yourself, get exhausted to be successful. And this is the exact opposite. In fact, you'll find we have a lot of moms and young moms on our team, and that's because it's a doable business to do alongside life. So another thing I want to highlight is that we are a team that consistently shows up for your growth and your success. Jeremy usually does these calls with me. He's holding down the fort with the family, but we work full time at this. And so we are here to provide you with so many things. We'll talk about some of these things later, but I show up every day in this business because I believe in it. I believe in it for families. I believe it's a dream come true. I believe in the products and the quality of life that they're going to bring to you. So maybe you're listening tonight and you're like, I'm not sure if my life purpose is to sell oils. Like, I'm not sure if that's what I dreamed of when I was a little girl, but this is not necessarily just that. This is about being a hope bringer. These products are going to benefit people. They're going to benefit their lives. I find a lot of hope in this business opportunity and the potential freedom it could bring for people. And just think about the needs. Like, we can authentically help people with so many needs. People needing having health issues, hormone balancing, sleep issues, people really desperately needing additional income. So I have a lot of hope to bring people, and that is why I show up every day. Desiree, you're brand new to this business. Is there anything you want to say here?
I'm very new. I'm about to hit 2 months into it. And I think my favorite part so far is, and just to give you guys a little bit of a background of how I even came about this, is when I met Haley, she didn't mention once that she even belonged in the Young Living world. She came from a point of trying to help me. I came to her with help, and when I showed up, I was like, wow, she really buys a lot of this stuff. And I had no idea. But that just goes to show what this community is. This is not just selling a product, but it's a wellness community. It comes from an angle of trying to help people and also trying to educate people on why this stuff is really important. And so, I mean, 2 months in, I've already found myself in that. It's not, yes, maybe you're telling yourself, like, I don't know if I can sell oils, or I feel like a phony, but it's really, one, you get your hands on these things, and then you have the aha moment, like, oh, I get it. And then two, you want to just organically share. So even if it's as simple as that, as like sharing and helping someone just make that difference in their lives, I think that alone, and the way this conversation comes up, I mean, I'm again a mama of two, hanging out with other mamas. The things we talk about now are a lot different than what they used to be. And this is one of them. It's always about your wellness because it's one sick kid, or it's just what are you doing in your home? And so I just find myself in this business so far feeling less pressured about, am I making sales, or how am I going to sell a product, but really wanting to come from a point of like, I just feel empowered to educate. I feel empowered to help others out because that is what I wanted for me. And someone came to me and helped me out the way that I want to help someone else out now. And so I think there's a lot of angles that you can look at this business. And obviously, like Haley dropped a few, like there's freedom, there's investment in yourself and in your health. And so you're gonna find that niche when you're in it. And I think when you find it, I think it just kind of happens organically. And how your business grows is again going to be something that could happen organically as well. So, I mean, that's just kind of my little 2 cents on so far where I've been. And so I'm very happy and I'm glad to be a part of Haley and Jeremy's team.
So good. I love it. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. So, and another thing here, you guys, is like this business, it's a very low investment for a very high return. There's no price on becoming a brand partner. You buy your own products to start. There's really nothing to lose because your only investment is the products and the relationships that are going to bring your life a lot of value, right? Don't be nervous to fail. Like, you're helping people. What you're saying, it's not about sales, right? It's like, it's about impact. That's a win. So the way that we approach the long run game here is the long game is just celebrating these small wins as we go and celebrating the people that we're helping along the way. So another thing to highlight is that many companies start off successful and then gradually diminish. A company that has seen its most explosive growth in its third decade is extremely rare. So teams take years to find their systems and strides, but this one already has one for you. So can you guys, I mean, I can't even believe that we're a part of a company that has been successful for this long. And I just want to say, I've been to the farms. I've seen the products made with my own eyes. I'll never forget my first convention I went to. I was kind of hesitant to go, but I already knew I loved the products. But when I went and I heard the heart and the mission of the company, I was so proud to be aligned. Like, I felt like I found my people, and it just made sense. So the more you learn and the more you get to be a part of this, the more you're going to see that. Um, Okay, another thing here. Why are these products timeless? There is no limit to the market. Every person, every day, no matter their stage of life, there are needs. There's needs that we can meet. We have products from babies and for every season of life. I've used these products in all of my pregnancies and my postpartums with my babies. I've helped my friends who are in menopause. I mean, the range is so big. We've got such an amazing toolbox. We've got CBD, we've got home products, we've got skincare products. It's not just one thing. We truly have a product for everybody. So that's another really cool thing about our company. So you can hear all these things tonight and just say like, okay, that's great for them. Yay, Desiree. Yay, Haley. That's wonderful for you and all the people in that company. But I want to talk about you. How can you know that this is something that will work for you or something that you will succeed in? Basically, if you put the work in, I can guarantee you success of a few kinds of things. So I'm just going to mention a few. First of all, I can guarantee you success of an increased network. And this is the most valuable business asset that you can ever have. I grew up with parents who are entrepreneurs. They have ran so many types of businesses, but the network is the most important part because the network opens doors for you into so many things, right? And I think of Young Living kind of as a catalyst for dreams. It's just the beginning of your dreams, and I want this to be a launching pad for them. So you might have a dream of starting a business, and maybe you already know what that's going to be, or maybe you want land or a homestead, or you guys have your dreams, right? And this can almost be like your investor. It's like you're going to meet so many people through this business. It might be somebody you meet along the way that's a pathway to your dreams. Another huge awesome success point here is increased skills. If you invest in yourself, like what it takes to grow in this business, developing communications and people skills and sales skills and social media, you're going to be better equipped for every other part of your life. I am truly amazed at how this business has helped me with, oh my gosh, conflict resolution in my own marriage and with my children. Like the lessons I learn overlap so much. But there is an opportunity here for income based on your work and what you decide to put into it. It can be small, it can be large. I know when I first started off, my goal was just to get my products paid for. And eventually I dreamt a little bit bigger and wanted some extra income and supplemental income. But that's all based off of the energy that you put in, the resources you put in. But that's the fun part. You own the business and you get to just make it whatever you want. So how can you add this to your busy life? I know that's like always the question, right? Like, how could I fit this in? So there's just a few decisions that you need to make. First of all, it's a simple yes or no, right? It's made very easy. So tonight for free, you can upgrade your account from customer to brand partner 100%. It's one of the best decisions I've ever made. I know in network marketing, you might hear people, there's a lot of people actually who say that it's too hard to succeed in it or reasons why. And I believe that part of that is because, yes, it's very unique in that every single day you wake up and get to decide whether you're going to work your business or not. So most people see, that negative aspect of it. I look at that like as complete and total freedom. But anything else that you want to make money in, you have to clock in, right? So that's kind of the catch is like, this is your business. You can decide when and how you want to work it. There's seasons where I've worked really, really hard and seasons where I've had to step back, but it's always there waiting for me. So this is really the only business you're going to see people kind of participating, which is why some people are kind of successful. But you do need to decide when you want to do it, and then it will give back to you in amazing ways. And the truth, you guys, is that the grass is always greener where we water it. Always, always. So you get to decide this too. Is this a full-time thing? Is this a part-time thing? That's up to you. Do you have an evening a week where you could teach a class? Do you have certain dreams, certain financial goals that maybe are going to propel you to add momentum to this and prioritize it a little bit more? It's all up to you. So another question that you want to ask yourself when approaching the business is, what is the purpose and the drive behind why I want to do this? Because we're all going to have good days. We're all going to have bad days. And I know for me, why I'm still here 12 years later is my drive is to give people health solutions. And if I get to grow a business alongside that, that really, really drives me. So even on the hard days, I love this process. I love the people I work with more than the results. And that keeps me going. So it's important to figure out like, what is your purpose and what is your drive? I also want to definitely recommend to all my brand partners to get on Loyalty Rewards, because if you're not using the products, how do you talk about them? If you want to be authentic and share, you need to experience the products firsthand, right? We have awesome resources. One of my favorites for business builders is something called Life Steps. You can find it at lifestepsapp.com. It's not a necessary thing, but it just is one of those easy buttons for me because they just make business so seamless. It does have a community in there, but for me, it's the education, the resources, the graphics, the scripts, like it's all there for you. Our team has a free website coming out April 1st that as soon as you enroll a customer and you give them the link to this website, it's a step-by-step guide for them of the products, the oils, how to make money, all of it, just easy button. So we also provide that in our team. But I'm gonna encourage you to stay in communication with the person who invited you here, because it's important to have someone to help us along in this journey. This is not, network marketing is for the network. It's a beautiful thing when we build together. We were never meant to build this alone. So get with the person who invited you. And my prayer for y'all is that this just gives you hope and a vision for what's possible. And I wanted to help you make a decision based off of facts, right? I'm not trying to hype this up. This is just me laying it all out in front of you. This is my life. This is how I earn an income. And I'm super grateful. I'm grateful for the opportunity to share it with you, whatever your goals are. Maybe you want to get some extra cash to put your kids in extracurriculars, or gosh, organic groceries, or maybe this is something long-term for your family. But we're here every step of the way, happy to help you reach your goals, and we love it. So any closing remarks from you, Desiree, before? Well, I'm on time and I'm just so
Yeah,
proud.
look at you. No, but you just reminded me, someone actually telling me like this would be really nice because I really want to buy some more eggs. So it's really whatever you want. No, I mean, just piggybacking off of Haley, you really are not alone in this. Like, I've again only been here almost 2 months, and I've found myself in a great team where if I have questions, and I will text them anytime at any point, and I will get a response back. And so that alone has made me just feel really good to know that I have someone there that's supporting me and guiding me through this process. So it's been nothing but fun. I hope that you guys can see that it's also a fun community as well. So I'm glad and I'm happy that you guys were able to come and show up for us. And so thank you, and thank you, Haley. Means a lot that you can do this for us.
My pleasure. Thank you, Desiree. Thank you guys for just the valuable gift of your time. I know you could be doing lots of things on a Sunday and you chose to spend it with us. So I'm super excited. Hope you say yes, and stay tuned because next month we'll have another wellness call. So y'all be blessed. Have a great rest of your afternoon.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.